A lot of times science progresses by finding very useful metaphors. Even we as scientists trying to conceptualize a new way of thinking or new models, we come up with metaphors that allow us to step out and think about the bigger picture.
I've worked with filmmakers, choreographers, playwrights, but I've never got chances to work with scientists.
You can almost think about it like cross-training. You wouldn't just do one thing to be good at a particular sport, and I feel like the parts of your brain that you use to do science are strengthened and benefit from the parts of your brain that you use when you're participating in art.
My mission, my task is, as a composer, using my experiences speaking with scientists, write a piece to present how music relates to the microbiology.
I don't think it would be on an audible frequency.
Something like hip and happening.
I mean, it would probably sound like, I'm not surprised, not everything left.
Maybe jiving, maybe some hot jazz.
What would their song sound like?
Vomiting and diarrhea.
So I study microbial evolution. Major goal of my research is to understand how microbes change under changing conditions. One of the ideas that I have that could be eliminated by music is studying how microbes acquire antibiotic resistance. The way the microbes do that by acquiring genes from the environment that allows them to be resistant to antibiotics we use. But now we have this evolutionary interplay between microbes trying to evade antibiotics and us trying to use antibiotics. And the consequences of this game is that we as humans may run out of antibiotics.
One of the most intriguing moments, I won't say intriguing, but impressive experience, that was definitely when we visited the hospital. I got to see some of the little babies that were born with disease and with entangled with tubes. I don't think I've ever seen that kind of scene before.
There are so many parallels, I think, between art and science. In science, we observe phenomena, we see, when X happens, B always happens, there's a pattern, we generate hypotheses, we test them to see, is that really true? And I feel like artists in some ways do the same thing. They're observing nature, they're observing, all kinds of things, and they're interpreting various patterns. Faye is interpreting microbiology in a very musical sense. In both cases, there's an element of experimentation and uncertainty and surprise about the outcome.
To me, it's very intriguing that we are almost looking for projections of what Faye as a composer perceives what we scientists do.
A lot of stuff that goes on within science among scientists is a little incomprehensible to the common person. I feel like if you can translate that into music and art that's accessible for everyone, it's really great.
It can definitely serve to get more people interested in science rather than leaving science to its own jargon.
Of course, there are problems when scientists don't get art and when artists don't get the science.
I remember at the very beginning, we had a meeting. Olga shared her presentation, and she showed me some of the really beautiful pictures captured from the microscope, and that really reminded me of some of the very interesting abstract indie films. That made me think that would probably a really good idea to combine some visualization with music. My composition recently always combine different genres. Cross-genre means we take advantages between different musical genres. On the other hand, it could be also from different fields. For example, there's a composer, Boulez. He's a French composer, and he's originally a mathematic expert. But I can think of many examples that musicians do with biology.
I think a lot of times people don't know if science is fun, and so I think this is part of fun.
So my question is, how was the performance? What did you think of it, and the experience of it?
I really liked it. I cannot say that this is exactly what I expected. I think it was a different reflection, but I think I cued into the what Faye was trying to do right away.
I thought the performance was really outstanding. I think, as one person brought up, the introduction of the visuals was really unexpected and a surprise, but also incredibly effective.